Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use the tool called Medium. So this is an online blogging platform that we'll be using for SetLab this year. So within this video, I'm going to go through creating a login and a profile, then creating a publication, and then finally how to upload a blog post to your very own publication. So what we're first going to do is go to www.medium.com. Super straightforward. You can also bookmark it, which I would highly recommend because it'll make it super easy to get to once you've logged in. Oops, so it actually looks like I'm already logged in right now, so I'm going to log myself out. But up at the top in the right-hand corner, there's this little Get Started button that we're going to click to get you all signed up with your school accounts. So first, before I jump into that, what Medium actually is an online publishing platform that is referred to as a social journalism. So there's a collection of both amateur and professional journalists on this platform who will post blogs or articles just for themselves or for companies to get themselves out there. So you don't really have to be a professional to get noticed on here either. If we were to click on one of these articles on the home page, you could see that on the side there are these claps over here. So you can clap for articles that you enjoy, and then it's more likely that those articles will get put on like the home feed or on somebody's feed who is interested in certain themes. So you can see up at the top there's actually also all these themes that you might be interested in and looking into. So something in design, you can go and look through some articles in here. So, and the ones that are up at the top are going to be the ones that are most clapped for. So it kind of works a little bit like Reddit if you've used Reddit before, and the themes are a little bit like Tumblr if you've ever used that before. So we're going to go ahead and go back. I'll go back to the first page, which you can always get back to by clicking the big Medium button up at the top. And we'll click Get Started in the top right-hand corner. So we'll go ahead and sign up with Google, and you'll sign up with your education account. I have like all kinds of pseudo accounts from testing things. Please don't mind. Since I already have an account on here, I'll just have this animation here, and then it's just going to go back to that first page that I clicked on before. What it will do if it's your first time signing into Medium is ask you what kinds of things you're interested in. So like what themes you're interested in, you can click on, I think, as many as you'd like to, and then it'll just sort your homepage for what you're interested in. So not anything like too serious. All right, so once we do that, we're going to go ahead and create a profile. So you'll click on the little icon up here, which I didn't change it before, but it should just be like a little grayed out person up here. So on that grayed out person, you're going to click on it and go down to where it says profile. And then for where on your profile, you actually only have 3 things that you can edit on here. So you can add your name up at the top, and it'll just say it just like this. It'll say like enter name. Oops, sorry, you have to click on edit profile below. So you have 3 things, 1, 2, 3. And so you can enter your name, enter a short bio, and then change your picture from any kind of saved photo that you might have on your computer. So I already have my photo on here. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my name. I'm going to plug in my bio, and your bio can really be anything. It can be something from, if you already have a Twitter and you have a nice bio on there, you can just copy and paste it from there too. All right, awesome. So I didn't really change anything, so my save is not coming back up. So I'm actually just going to click back out to Medium, but you would just click save right down here in green. All right, so now that we have a profile, we're going to click back on your icon, which should now be your professional picture up in the top right corner, and you'll go down to where it says publications. So we're going to create our very own publication. So this page for everybody should look, it should just say publications and new publications, and then there shouldn't really be anything else. So what we'll click on is new publication. And it's pretty simple. There's only 2 steps to it. So we'll first come up with a name with your publication. So for SetLab, we want it to be your first name, and then a dash, and then we want it to say education scientist at SetLab. And that's set with all capitals and the lab's capital as well. Then for your description, we'll say SetLab 2018, 2018 to 2019. For your publication avatar, you'll add your professional picture. It can be the same one that you used for your profile. You'll see in just a second why that can get a little bit confusing. I'm going to use the same one. I think it just works best just to have the same picture as your profile. But it's totally up to you. If you have a different professional picture that you'd like to use, definitely go for it. And then for the publication logo, everybody will use a gray SetLab logo, and it'll be in everybody's Google Drive accounts. So it's a little gray SetLab logo. If anybody needs help with downloading from Google Drive, an image from Google Drive to your computer so you can put it onto Medium, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can email me or Slack me, and I can definitely make a video for you on how to do that as well. Then down below, there's an area where you can type in your email. So just go ahead and type in your school email. If you have a Twitter handle, please put in your professional Twitter handle there too. And if you have a professional Facebook, you can put in a professional Facebook. We're not going to do anything personal though on this page at all. All right, and then the last thing is just tags. So we're going to add 3 tags for everybody. So the first one is SetLab. SetLab does not come up as a tag, so what we have to do is press space twice in order for it to just create its own tag. We also want one change by design. And then the last one would be education scientist. So every time after that, I just spaced twice and it made it into its own tag. Sometimes it can get like a little bit funky because it's trying to find tags that other people have used. So just space twice and it should go away. You can tag up to 5 tags. So if you would like to add something else that has to do with your project, like if you're doing something within project-based learning, you can absolutely do project-based. Oh, I think that actually comes up. Yep, project-based learning. Or let's say if you wanted to add research, research is always a good one to add in there too. You can do that too. But the last 2 are really up to you. It should just go along with your topic, or maybe like innovation or research. All right, and then that's it. We would just press next at the bottom here. And this is the publication layout. So it actually just plugged in your name up to the top right here, which you can absolutely keep this. I think a few education scientists from last year kept it where it would just be the first name, and then the tagline was actually SetLab Education Scientist. So I'm going to do that here. So that'll just change it for how it looks on your actual homepage, which will look really nice when you have just your name bolded out. But once again, if you want to keep it the same title as before, please feel free. I think that also looks great. So the other thing is we're going to want to add a background image to your publication. So it's just up here in this right-hand corner. There's other kinds of things up here that can kind of change around the alignment of your title if you'd like to do that. There's not too much going on. We definitely want it to be like pretty large rather than this like smaller kind of background image, because we do want like a large image up at the top. And for something for your background image, we'd want it to be something that has to do with your research. So let's say I was doing seeing how robots could be used in an English class. So I decided to take this picture that has, well, now it has a Beanie Baby in it, but take this picture that has robots in it. And so what I'm doing here is I just clicked on the little arrow next to background image, and it will focus the background image wherever you'd like it to in the picture. So if you have like a longer picture like this, it'll focus in on something that you want. So I'm going to make it right there. And I think it looks best white right now, but you can always change the color of your title with this little color button, and you would just put in the hex value for that. All right, so down below you can just see how your stories are going to be lined up, and that you can have like a little about your publication area too. My favorite one is the grid one. I think the grid looks really awesome, and it looks kind of like how the Medium home feed looks too. But you can play around with it and see how you would like your stories to look. All right, and then we're just going to scroll all the way down, and there's this green create button. And voila, there is your publication. So right now it's just saying you don't have any stories yet, because we will be posting one right now just to do a little test. So as I was talking about before, it's sometimes sort of confusing how there's two of the same picture up here. So just in general, this is the profile picture, and this is the publication picture. You can tell publications by the way that it's a square, and profiles by the way that they're circles. Your profile picture is going to come up if you are commenting on stories or clapping for stories, things like that. Your publication picture is only going to stay only when you're within your publication, and that is it. All right, so now in order to post a story within the publication, you can be just in your profile. So I'm going to go back to the Medium homepage. You can be just within your profile and click and go to a new story. That's totally fine. The only thing here is that you will, oh, okay, it's not going to let me until I start to robots. So under here, if it says I'm ready to publish, at the bottom, oh, I'm sorry, it's not under here. It's under these three little dots. You're going to want to click add to publication, and then you'll want to click which publication you want to add it to, which for yours it should only say one, and you'll just click on your publication. So that's totally fine. I'm going to get rid of this and go back out to Medium. So that was within my profile. If I want to just do it where I'm within my publication, I would go down to publications, go into the one I just created, and then within my little square guy up there, or square face up here, I would click new story. And it's going to automatically post into my publication. I know that's like a little bit weird and confusing. I think the best way to go about it is just be within your publication and type the story, just so that way you are posting within your publication every time. All right, and so this is how simple the blog posting looks. It's awesome. It's just title and then just the story. So let's say I was writing one about my robotics in English class, and then I say I love teaching English. Wow, cancel English. Okay, you can see that on the sides of these. Let me enter really quick. If you enter, you can see that there's a little plus sign. This will, as it says right there, add an image or video or embed like some kind of link or thing link, something that you add to it. The only thing that we would want besides your title to your blog post and your actual blog post, where we want an image with it. And that's just because it looks really great with it. It looks a lot more professional, and it's great for social media. So it's nice to have your title and then do like an enter with where your blog post is, and then add a photo there. So I'll show you what it could look like. I'm going to add a picture that I took from my class this year. Your picture for your blog post could be anything from like some graphic that you create on Canva, or a graphic that you can use from online, or something from your class is always awesome. Just be sure that students maybe aren't looking at the camera, or faces aren't really in it. So you have 4 different options of how you'd like the image to be in there. I love the really big ones. I think that they look awesome. But you can make them a little bit smaller. You can push them off to the side and have your story going along there. Doesn't really matter. It's all up to you. Just make sure you have one photo. All right, so the Medium will always save these as a draft, no matter where you are in the process of writing your blog. So whenever we're done, we're going to go ahead and click Publish up at the top. So the only thing is that before you hit Publish, you do want to hit the arrow, because every time we would like you guys to add tags, and it would be the same tags that we added to our publications before. So one would be change by design. I wonder if it comes up if I do spaces. Oops, okay. And again, the same thing where you are just adding a double space afterwards. So set lab, and finally education scientist. So since my my blog post about robots, I'm going to do robotics. Ooh, look, there's one right there. And then the last one, I'm going to do research. Awesome. So then we'll go ahead and we'll press publish. You can always connect your Twitter. So I think I had my Twitter connected on my publication before, but I think for your first blog post, you do have to click to connect and you just have to sign into your Twitter. So it's perfect because then every time it makes it really easy to share to Twitter, which we would like you to do every time. So you could click there and then we would click publish. And here's my blog post. Woohoo! So people can give me claps now. They can comment on it. I think at the bottom there's also responses. And then I can also go back to my publication up here. That's actually one quick note is that once you click on your person for your publication, you do have to click on the logo to actually get to it. It's a little bit weird. Hang on, let me refresh it really fast. It should come up. There we go. There's my first story. So that is it. That is all you all need to know for creating your publication and posting blog posts on Medium. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. Medium can get a little bit confusing at some points. So please don't hesitate to contact me via email or Slack. And thank you all for watching. See you all soon.